What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today on Fitness Tech Reviews, we have Samsung's newest two watches, the Galaxy 5 Pro versus the Galaxy 5. First thing we're gonna get into are the similarities. There are a lot, but we're really gonna delve into the differences and really which one is gonna be better for you to buy. But let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, let's get into the similarities. I'm going to be talking about the 44mm variant of the Galaxy Watch 5 in general, but I'll get into the differences of the 40mm as well. They have the exact same AMOLED display at 1.36 inches with an always-on display. They have the same exact sensors on the back as well with its new skin temperature sensor here. They have the same exact button layout with a red back button and another physical button as well, and they use the same 20mm bands. We're going to be getting a little bit more into the bands that you could buy on the website, which one I would recommend later in the video. They're running the same operating system with the same chipset, the same RAM, and the same internal storage for music as well. They both offer GPS built in, and they also offer NFC payment through either Samsung Pay or Google Pay on both. And with that, you can also get Google Assistant, or you could use Bixby on both as well. They have the same exact workout detection and workout modes built in with some GPS things better on the Pro. We'll get into that in the differences. They both are water resistant, and you can go swimming with either one with great swim track. And they both have the new Bluetooth 5.2, so you'll get that low energy with the Bluetooth 5.2 as well on both. And of course, with the 5 regular, there is a 40mm version, which is gonna have a 1.19 inch. That is also going to have some different colors as well. It has a pink one you're able to get for the smaller wrist. Now the differences. First, the screen itself is sapphire on both, but they are claiming 2 times stronger than the Watch 4 on the Pro, where it's 1.6 times stronger on the Galaxy Watch 5 regular. The biggest difference I would see, I never had any problems with my Galaxy Watch 4 screen as it's inlaid with its physical rotating bezel that it does no longer have on the Pro version. So with the Pro version, it does have another inner lade, so it is going to be behind that. So if you're going on hiking trips, rock climbing, it's going to be a lot more protected, where on the 5 the glass is pretty much right here at the top, so it will be more scratch resistant as well. But if you're going with some very high intensity things where you're going to be banging this watch face against things, I'd probably recommend the 5 just because it's a stronger glass and it also has its inner lade behind this bezel. They both come with a 10-watt charging brick as well. The old one was a 5-watt, so they're doubling the speed of its wireless charging, and that is huge, especially if you want to use this perpetually, if you're just going to be using it to, of course, charge while you're going to take a shower or going to the bathroom. This will do great for battery life. The difference with the build, you do have a titanium build on the Pro where it's aluminum on the 5. The titanium will be stronger, but it's also going to be heavier as well. So the 44mm 5 comes in at 32.6 grams, where the 5 Pro comes in at 46.5 grams. So there is going to be a difference in weight, and you can feel it, but to be perfectly honest, you really don't feel it too much on the wrist since it's so close. But if you are going with the 40mm on the 5, you will be going at 29 grams. That's pretty much almost 20 grams lighter than the 5 Pro. Battery life, that is probably one of the biggest things between these two watches. The 5 is coming in at 410 milliamp hours, where the 5 Pro is coming in at 590 milliamp hours. You will tell the difference. They said it is rated at 80 hours on the 5 Pro, where it's 50 hours on the 5. If you are putting on all its metrics like continuous heart rate tracking and all of that, you probably are going to be looking at about 2 days. The 80 hours was a little bit off for me. But with the 5 regular, again, about a day and a half, and that's without any charging. But with that brick, if you are using it while going to take a shower, you'll definitely get a good amount of battery. And if you're going to be going on runs, you can get 20 hours of continuous GPS with the 5 Pro. They didn't give me a number on the 5, but just giving it the actual math itself, you're probably looking at about 11-12 hours on the 5. So if you are looking for longer GPS usage, you're definitely gonna have to go with the 5 Pro. They're really pushing this rugged on the 5 Pro, and it does have the ability to import GPX files. So somebody else went on a run or a hike, you can import it to the watch and it'll give you directions on where you need to be. And also has a track back feature as well. So if you turn it on, wherever direction you went, it'll give you directions on the way back. So it is a great way if you're going on hiking. That is not on the regular 5. even though I feel like it should be able to just be on an update, but currently it is not, and who knows if they will ever update the 5 to have those 5 Pro features. But that's really only for a small subset of people that do hike a lot and need that type of GPX tracking and would like to check other people's hiking as well, and the trackback feature, but that's really the only difference with the features between the two. I also want to talk about the bands they come with. The band that comes with standard is a magnetic one that actually is very good, but I was reading some things about how strong that magnet is. If you have a laptop that isn't as secure, it can mess with that laptop, and if you do have a little bit of a raise here as well, and that's going to put a little extra pressure on your wrist, so if you're trying to use it to type, that will get annoying. Other ones it comes with, I was a big fan of this athletic band, and if I were to choose one for you to actually pick, I'd probably choose this one. It was the most comfortable out of them. Even though it's not very stretchy or anything like that, I think it's the most comfortable. There's also a fabric band as well that it can come with, but I've used a fabric band on my 4 for a long time and for a much better price. So I'd probably tell you to buy this athletic band that really goes well with the curvature. I'm gonna link this one down below, which is pretty much the exact same thing as Samsung's giving you, but for a cheaper price. But again, it's not very stretchy, either one of them. I'm still looking for a band that I would love for every one of my fitness trackers. If you're getting a lot of great information for this, please consider hitting that like button. That's gonna help this push it out in the YouTube algorithm, push it out to more people to help me grow my channel. So what are my overall thoughts between the 5 and the 5 Pro? They are both great smartwatches. My favorite smartwatch out of anything I've ever tested. There's so many features, and I never really feel like I have to have my phone around me because I have this with me. But while testing the two, my favorite out of the two had to be the Pro just because of its battery life. Its battery life was actually pretty darn good, even with my use case as I'm constantly moving around and constantly having music in the background that is draining the battery a little bit. If I am using the 5, I actually have to take off Bluetooth to get even through pretty much half of a day because that media player is constantly working, where I can get through a full day even with that media player playing with the 5 Pro. So the battery life alone gives the 5 Pro the nod for me. But if you are looking for a slimmer design, this battery life still is decent. You can turn off that media player in the background and through some settings and stuff like that, but this is very slim and sleek. But if you are doing things like rock climb, or you feel like you might chip the glass, even though it is sapphire at 1.6 times stronger than last year's model, I'd still recommend going with the Pro just because it's interlaid, and I don't think you guys will see any troubles actually breaking it, and it even has that stronger glass. Even if you do have smaller wrist, I have some pretty small wrist myself. This thick guy isn't that bad, but I do get a lot more form-fitting on the Galaxy Watch 5, but that battery life still pushes me towards the Pro. As an overall recommendation, I'd recommend the 5. But for those of you who are power users and are constantly on it, or need to go hiking, or have high intensities where you're actually a little concerned about the screen itself, I'd go with the 5 Pro. But either way, I don't think you're going to be very disappointed. The Galaxy Watch 5 44mm is coming in at $310, where the 40mm is coming in at $280. And if you are looking to go with the Pro, that is $450. So that will be a lot more expensive. There is the LTE version of both of them as well, which is going to add an extra $50 on the price point. The only reason you want to go LTE is if you literally do not want to have your phone on you, but you still want to get text messages and emails. That's the only reason you need to go to LTE. Other than that, just go with the regular Bluetooth version. Well, hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. If it was, please smash that like button. If it was really helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be one of the first ones to know when my newest video comes out. If you want to buy any of these bands, I will be linking them down below. It's going to shoot you to Amazon, and a little bit of that purchase is going to help me grow my channel. But as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, stay positive. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.